What is up, everybody? This is Abe. Welcome back to Red Sands Adventures. Today we're going to be showing you how to take your Cardo Edge ORV headset and a second helmet kit and add it to an amped FS1 off-road helmet. Before we get going with this, I just want to let you know that if you're interested in either of these products, you can use the codes. I'll drop them down here, and I'll also put them in the description, so you can get discounts on an awesome helmet or an awesome communicator comm system. Anyways, let's jump into it. Okay, so one of the things that I like the most about these Cardo Edge phones and their whole Edge ecosystem is the fact that you can take this Edge unit itself and you can actually migrate that over to your helmet. Why do you want to do this? Well, a lot of people don't wear helmets when they are off-roading, but the reality is you probably should. So where something like the amped FS1 comes into play, it's really nice, really convenient. It's actually really nice to ride and not get dirt and stuff in your mouth. These helmets come with, you know, a neck gaiter, helmet shield, all that. They're awesome. So what that allows you to do is take the awesome connectivity and communication that you have through your Edge phones and add them to your helmet. All right, so let's pop open this kit and see what we got. Instruction set. I've done this before. Probably not going to be following this exactly. We're going to do something a little different. But then in here you'll have your mic and your extra patches and your audio or speaker boosters. So that's good. Here's your completely Velcro mic, some prep pads, some more mounting patches. Cool, got those set up. Get this out of the way. And then in here's the good stuff. Or I guess it's all the good stuff, but in this box you have your JBL speakers, you have your mounting base plate, you have your like half helmet, or I guess just not, I don't know exactly what to call this. This is just another mic, but it follows the same pattern as the mic on the Edge phones versus this microphone, which is just Velcroed and has just a connecting wire on the back. We're gonna actually end up using this one, and I'll show you why in a second. So we can set this one aside for now. Then the other things that you get in here, you get a sticky 3M, I'm assuming 3M, sided 3M mounting plate, and you also get this, which is just a quick connect mounting plate that you can use and actually stick this. If you see this, you can stick your Edge phone on this and just clip it up underneath the helmet, and you can swap this back and forth between other helmets as long as you pull the speakers and everything back out. On this one, on this helmet, that's actually not going to be a good use case because we have this Velcro for our helmet skirt, and we're just not going to be able to get the helmet skirt and all that. It just becomes complicated. We're just going to use the stick-on base plate. So that's where we're going to start. Okay, first things first, we're going to start with removing this helmet skirt because we don't need it, and we're going to actually start with adding our mounting plate to our helmet. So what we want to find in here is this joint, or this section between the cheek pad and the rest of the cushion in the helmet. And we want to basically align this to where your base plate and these two connecting wires that come out of the mounting plate will be aligned right there with that joint, so that we can tuck the wires up in nice and easy, nice and clean when we mount it. Okay, so we're gonna take our alcohol pad. We're just gonna prep that area. Just make sure that it's nice and clean, doesn't have any sticky goopy stuff, whatever, so that our mounting plate mounts real nice. Now I just gotta let that dry. That's all dried. So now we're gonna take our base plate. I've already peeled the 3M sticky side stuff off of it. And we're gonna remember that our wires are coming down in this spot right here. So we're gonna align this base plate with that seam between the cheek pad and the rest of the helmet cushion, like I mentioned before. We're gonna push it on there and just stick it down. You'll also notice on this, I have it raised up a bit off the edge of the lip of the helmet, and that's because we want the helmet skirt to still be able to go on this helmet without having any problems. So there's that piece. Okay, now that's on there pretty good. We can take our actual magnetic base. You can just slide that down onto the base plate. Maybe. Yep, just like that. Boom. 2. Snap your Cardo onto your helmet. Okay, so that outside piece is now done. Let's move on to setting up the speakers on the inside so it actually works. So if you remember, there's 2 mics. There's this one and there's this one. They do the same thing, but we're gonna go with this mic, and the reason is this connection for your microphone has to go underneath this cheek piece here. So what we want to do is, or what I'm basically trying to do, is to minimize the amount of bulky stuff I'm stacking under here, just so that it doesn't feel weird on my cheek or something like that. So let's figure out where we're gonna put this. These mics aren't ultra directional, but they are directional, I guess you could say. So what that means is you want to be speaking into it like this, hello, hello, not at the side, hello, or at the back, hello. So we want it somewhere, let's open this up here in the facial section, so that when we're speaking inside of our helmet, we're projecting our voice into the microphone. So I think for me, looking at this cheek piece, I think I want this mic right here somewhere. So I'm gonna set that. And these are Velcro, so you just set it in there inside your FS1. Then you'll see you have this connector piece and this connector piece, and they magically fit together. Boom, for your mic's connection. We're gonna move over to the opposite side of the helmet, where we're gonna start installing our speakers. And why are we moving to the opposite side of the helmet? That's just a personal preference. It's just so that when I get this speaker put in and I get this wire ran around, I will have all my wires bunched and cable controlled on one side of the helmet. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna locate the ear pocket in this helmet, which is usually right behind where the straps go in. Yep, right here. See that? See where my finger's pointing? Right there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our long side of our speakers. You see how there's a short side, long side, and we're gonna place our speaker on that ear pocket. Put the wire in a way that we can route it back up out of there. So let me show you what that looks like. So if you see right here, let me open this puppy up again. We have placed our speaker right here in the ear pocket. That's great, dandy. You can move it up actually a little bit. And our wire is ready to be ran across this and up and all the way over to the other side where it's gonna make a connection with the actual base plate. So let's do that real quick. All I'm gonna do is tuck this wire in here behind the cheek pad. I'm gonna run it underneath this back edge of the helmet. If you can take your helmet padding out the back, it's not a bad idea to do that and run it over the top, or you just gotta get signal from one side of your head to the other, right? So that's what we're working on. Boom. Okay, there we go. Now you'll see our speaker is over here now. Okay, at this point, we're gonna throw this other cheek pad back in. I'm gonna get this ready, but we're not gonna like chuck it all the way in right now. We're just gonna kind of get it ready because we need to still clean up all of these wires. Get everything kind of nice before we do that. So first things first, we need to connect our speakers to the base plate unit. And then we need to gather up the spare wiring. We're gonna tuck it up in the helmet as out of the way as we can. You can't really see this, can you? So we're gonna tuck it up in the helmet as out of the way as we can, if you can see this. So I'm taking these connections, these pieces, mostly this big piece for the TRRS cable. Maybe it's just TRS. I don't know if there's a second ring on this one. But we're gonna shove this up in the helmet, behind the cheek piece, out of the way, and I'm just gonna do it and then I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Okay, so now we've gotten all the wires tucked in, back, down, and away, everywhere where they need to go. We're gonna finish putting this cheek piece all the way on, which means make sure it's not Velcroed anywhere. Make sure we can get it squeezed into the spots where it needs to go. And then this is the critical piece. We left, you can see this speaker here, where my hand is. We left it hanging because this needs to go on top of the cheek piece in that ear pocket again. So put that on there. Boom, there it is. That's set right there. We have a speaker here. We have a speaker over here on this side. And we have our microphone up here at the front. We're all set. All that we have to do now is throw our helmet skirt back on. So let's do that. We're gonna find the front of our FS1, which is right here. And we're gonna just put this skirt on and work our way around with it. Okay, when we get to this spot, you can see we have the wires here coming out of our Cardo base plate. We're just gonna take the skirt, just go over the top of them, and then finish it up around the back side of the helmet. Cool. And then just like that, we've got Cardo connectivity on our amped FS1. Thanks for checking it out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a good one.